here is the actual notice that was being handed out to people in Austin at the Texas Gun Show. That's the name of the vendors. And it's a family-owned business. Darwin Boedeker is the operator of it. And reading the notice, it says, public notice, selling of firearms at the direction of the Austin Police Department and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. At the direction. No law, not even a city ordinance. And that would have been overturned by the state. The city laws have to be in line with the state law. At the direction of the Austin Police Department, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, anyone selling a firearm at this show location will be asked, so it's color of law, they're asking, to comply with the following. Any person selling a personal firearm must, that's the felony, that's the color of law, the torturous interference, the racketeering, the civil rights violation, masquerading under uniform and with guns, under false authority, attacking commerce and civil rights. Any person selling a personal firearm must, you're being commanded now by a uniform, claiming the power of the state illegitimately, must go through a licensed FFL dealer in the show to transfer the firearm to the new owner. 2, selling of firearms in the parking lot will not be permitted. Thank you for your cooperation. So, see, it's meant to be written legally where they think they can get out of it by saying, we're asking you that you must. This is serious fraud. And as far as I know, watching this closely, this is the first time in the country this has been done in my town of Austin, Texas. Talking to Mr. Boedeker, the operator of the Texas Gun Show, he said that this is the first time in Texas. They were told Thursday of this. And here joining us for the next 25 minutes is Darwin Boedeker. And again, they're totally against this. They're getting a petition signed to go to the Attorney General. This is totally illegal. The state better stop it. He's getting a lot of hate mail right now. He's not behind it. He's got these armed thugs doing this. This is tyranny. This is the end of America. This is directive of President Obama and the BATF. Mr. Boedeker, thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you heard the things I just broke down. I want to go over that later with you, but now, blow by blow, tell us what really happened, what they told you, what unfolded.
Okay, the exact story is Thursday at 2:00. We had a meeting in Austin, Texas, with the Austin Police Department, the ATF, and the people from the North Market Event Center, and HEB. Now, the reason HEB is important is they're actually the main leaseholder under Walmart. Walmart owns that building that everybody knows as the Crockett Center, or now the North Austin Event Center. So what happened was they made these recommendations to me, and basically, because the gun show that used to be there before us was a lot larger, a lot bigger, that they said that the APD and ATF had pending cases of people selling firearms in the gun shows without a license, actually setting up and selling.
And I knew that was going to happen. That's the extortion. Basically, We're going to end up setting you up. We're going to shut your show down if you don't let us, through color of law, intimidate people and go ahead and basically kill your show to begin with, running their fake stings in there with the illegal aliens they use. Go ahead.
Exactly. And basically what had happened is in this meeting when we first sat down, the detectives that are in this meeting did not even realize that we were a different gun show promoter. They thought that there was no difference. And only after we told them that we're not even the same gun show that you had these cases against, did she realize that
this is I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you. This is too huge. This is so illegal. They are so ham-fisted, they think they're doing an internal sting plea bargain with you to get you to waive your rights. Hey, we've got these cases against you, buddy boy.
Exactly.
See, they've already run the other show out of business or out of Austin. Now they've got you, and they're like, listen, Mac, you're going to do this with us. You're going to help us run stings. We're going to mount cameras in the ceiling. I don't know if this happened, but this happened in other areas. Or once you were pimped by them, then they would bring that up later. We're shutting down guns in America. We may let you sell for a while, but the Second Amendment's over. You know, that's basically the message. So this gets a lot deeper and a lot. I'm sorry. I just love the Second Amendment. I love commerce. I love freedom. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up. Start over. Okay, you get called. Let me guess. Oh, will you meet with us?
Exactly.
And so you show up. Where were you? Go over it all.
I showed up to the building that they specified. It was I don't remember the exact address of it, but it was one of their facilities that Austin PD uses for, I guess, interviews and stuff like that. And they invited HEB to the meeting, and basically what it was they scared HEB into basically telling me I had to follow these recommendations or I wouldn't have a show.
And what, stop, that's racketeering right there. Organized crime, organized fraud, extortion. They get the leaseholder, you've already contracted, they twist arms right there to violate the Second Amendment and commerce and free market. They get HEB under threat, you under criminal threat, all these threats to agree to this, and you have the courage to come out and expose them. Who was there? What was there? Oh my God, this is so criminal. Please continue.
So basically, we had about a 2-hour meeting back and forth, and I asked them specifically, why is this happening in Austin and nowhere else? And they just backpedaled and said, well, because we're here, meaning that the two detectives and the other ATF agent. And I asked them then, I was like, well, you realize I'm basically the smallest promoter on the totem pole. I don't find it coincidence that, you found a promoter that you could actually, pressure into doing this because, they told me Thursday I only had two choices. It was either cancel the show on Friday when vendors have already driven, long distances to set up, or try to comply with their recommendations.
So that was a threat of ruin. That was a threat of embargo with sir, you've got a civil rights lawsuit on the APD and the BATFE that they are, if you stand up to them, they're over. And then when they try to racketeer and set up your gun shows more, you've really got them. My God, these people are criminal. So they told you, you do what we say, color of law, or we're shutting you down. That is 10 times worse than just, oh my God. Do you realize what they've done, sir?
Oh, yeah, no, I realize it. It's just, I didn't, they told me Thursday that, this had to be done, and by Friday, vendors are starting to show up, and I'm trying to explain to them, what happened. And,
no, they always do it in the quiet. They always do it behind closed doors and then ask you to go out and take the heat. Sir, what were these guys' names? What did they say to you? How did they treat you? What went on? Give us all the details of this criminal operation. This is a mafia. This is how the mafia operated in New York and Chicago.
Well, from the Austin Police Department, it was a Sergeant Fleming that was in the meeting, a Detective Long, a Detective Russell, and a Detective Vineyard. And from the ATF, it was a Daniel Jones. Those were the law people that were inside the meeting.
And they took you in there and squeezed you to basically become their operative when you're a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, well, basically, they sat there and they read all this long sheet of 911 calls, pending cases, all this stuff that they had dug up over the however many years that they were doing it against the other gun show. 14. And then when I told them, actually the gentleman from the North Austin Event Center.
I'm going to stop you again. They always use emotion. Oh, look, over the years there's been 15 problems in the 14 years. They were there when I went on air 14 years ago, so more than 14 years. And so, see, that's the new law they use. Like in France, they had 152 husbands and wives kill each other, so now they're banning arguing and may even ban marriage. Some parents abuse their kids. Now everyone gets a camera in their home in England when you have kids. See, there might be somebody that gets a gun and commits a crime, so you have to do this now outside of law. This is, I'm sorry. Please continue.
Well, the worst part of it all was, people coming in through the door that I handed these flyers to and that they willingly signed the petition for. The people that didn't take the time to actually hear, what was going on because they were so frustrated, basically called me every name in the book. I had one older gentleman that was...
Oh, sir, hold on. That's one of your major... You watch your next show compared to previous shows will be down by 50% unless we get the word out.
It's going to be down more than that. It's going to be down more than that.
Sir, they've destroyed you. They have engaged in an act of COINTELPRO. Write that word down. It's illegal. They got caught in the 70s doing it to destroy you. They infiltrated. They knew that this would destroy your operation, and they have. This is assault. This is a robbery. This is grand larceny, sir.
I feel the same way. And the sad thing was, is they sat there and told me, well, if you do this, you'll get more licensed, FFL, Federal Firearms Licensed dealers in there. Well, actually, I had two of my largest FFL dealers actually cancel the day before the show when I told them about it.
They don't want to be in a major sting op.
Yeah.
Did they tell you, or if you would have gone along with them, I wish I had known about this and I told you to go along with it enough to really get into their criminal operation. So we're infiltrating these criminals right now as the organic citizenry. I mean, they are the Mafia. We're the equivalent of the real citizens FBI here. I guarantee you they would have asked you to set people up next. Or did they ask that?